Yep, that's about how I imagine it going. It's New York in the 1960s. George and Charlotte Blonsky, yes, this is what they look like because I cannot find a picture online and we are using our imaginations here. They are visiting one of their favorite places, the Bronx Zoo. George was a mining engineer. All that's really said about Charlotte is she loved children, even though the couple had none of their own. While they were at the zoo, George and Charlotte observed a pregnant elephant. See the pregnant belly there? Turning in slow circles. One of the zookeepers, who obviously flunked Elephants 101, told them that this is how elephants prepare for childbirth. As George continued to observe the elephant, his engineering mind went to work. He saw a problem. Giving birth is difficult, and he went to work on creating a solution. Now, if we go back to the 1940s, which we kind of have to, Anatole Emilio received a patent for this device, a display device that turns the performer around and around. You may recognize this device from magic shows, or more often, television and film depictions of magic shows. The Blonskys collaborated on what they called the apparatus for facilitating the birth of a child by centrifugal force. I would write that down, but I am not that fast on the whiteboard, and it would take the rest of the episode. In the patent, the Blonskys, they're not the Blanskys, Blonskys. In the patent the Blonskys filed for their apparatus, they noted that, and I'm just going to read this directly here, it is known that due to the natural anatomical conditions, the fetus needs the application of considerable propelling force to enable it to push aside the constricting vaginal walls, to overcome the friction of the uteral and vaginal surfaces, and to counteract the atmospheric pressure opposing the emergence of the child. I'm going to pause right there because that is not how childbirth works, but okay. Back to what they were saying. In the case of a woman who has a fully developed muscular system and has the ample physical exertion all through the pregnancy, as is common with more primitive peoples, nature provides all the necessary equipment and power to have a normal and quick delivery. This is not the case, however, with the more civilized woman, who often do not have the opportunity to develop the muscles needed in confinement. I love how this pretty much says that civilized women don't know how to give birth. In January of 1963, the Blonskys applied for the patent for their apparatus, and on November 9th of 1965, it was granted. The device was never actually used. However, it did trigger some very interesting patents, including multiple patents for nets to catch the baby should the medical staff delivering your child have butterfingers, and a couple of other spinning devices. I don't know. They had G-force ratings in their patents. Why you want to get your patients whiplash is beyond me. In 1999, the Blonskys were posthumously awarded the IG Nobel Prize. This is a satirical prize which is awarded for, I want to make sure I read this right, honors achievements that make people laugh and then think. In 2013, as part of the IG Nobel Prize Award ceremony, an opera about the Blonskys was performed. In 2014, the Science Gallery in Dublin built a full-scale model of the Blonskys apparatus as part of their Fail Better exhibition. Even though this apparatus was really weird, it was actually pretty well thought out. It had all sorts of accommodations, lots of straps, lots of pillows, a butt plate. Not sure what that's for, but it was there. Probably the best part, a net to catch the baby. And my personal favorite, a bell that rung once the baby hit the net. Score!